confidence. Are you confident? Confidence is really important. Self-esteem, it's just all important. We're going to watch a video on confidence. So let's do that now.
Confidence. It's a word you probably hear a lot, but what does it mean? Confidence is believing in yourself and your abilities. When you are confident, it means that you recognize the things you are good at and are happy to give new things a go. Having good self-esteem is a big part of being confident. Good self-esteem means you accept yourself and you feel positive about yourself, just the way you are. But sometimes it's hard to feel confident and good about yourself because we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others around us. But the thing is, everyone is completely unique. Even identical twins are unique. Everyone has different bodies, cultures, religions, styles, skills, and abilities. Comparing yourself to people who are different in all those ways is exhausting because you'll never be exactly the same as someone else. So instead of focusing on other people, why not figure out what you can do and focus on being the best version of yourself possible? One important thing to remember is that everyone is good at something. But sometimes we spend so much time focusing on why we aren't a whiz at absolutely everything that we forget this. There may have been a time when you tried something new, like a sport or a maths problem, and didn't do as well as you hoped. But every time you give something new a go, you have to remember that your first try probably won't be perfect. Things take practice, so don't be hard on yourself. When we don't do as well as we expect, we can sometimes start thinking negative things about ourselves. But instead of listening to these negative thoughts, remind yourself of all the things you are great at and your other achievements. Perhaps you're an ace at art, or really enjoy English and wrote a brilliant story. Maybe you have a knack for chess and can checkmate your opponent before they can even blink. Everyone experiences different levels of confidence. But did you know that you can train your brain to become more confident? A good way to look at confidence is to think of it as a muscle. A muscle grows when you work on it, right? Well, so does confidence. Working on your confidence every day helps to strengthen and develop it. So even though you may not feel incredibly confident, you can become confident. Here are some really simple tips to help develop your confidence. Reevaluate your goals. If you're overwhelmed by expectations to achieve, take a moment and set some realistic goals. Making small goals to reach your big final goal is the best plan, because it's easier to achieve those small goals in little steps than the big goal in one huge leap. Don't give up. When you try something new, more often than not you'll fail at first. And that's okay. It happens to everyone. It's a cycle of trying, failing, and trying again until you get there. Just don't give up. If everyone who failed on their first attempt gave up, we wouldn't have the internet, nor would we have aeroplanes, medicines, or phones. The key to success is to keep on trying. Turn the volume down on that negative self-talk. Everyone has positive and negative thoughts, but did you know that you can choose which ones to listen to? When you have negative thoughts, just let them go and listen to the ones that help you to feel positive. If you keep doing this, you'll be training your brain to be more confident. Be constructive, not destructive. Criticism comes in two ways: constructive and destructive. Bullies saying nasty things is destructive criticism. But a teacher recommending some ways you can improve at school is constructive criticism. So reject the comments that bring you down and let in all the comments that help you grow. Which leads us to the final handy tip for confidence. Believe in yourself and celebrate your differences. Nobody is the same. It's a fact of life. So why spend time trying to compare yourself to other people when you'll only ever be yourself? Find the special qualities that make you you and love them. Perhaps you could even make a list. Did you know there are some real benefits to being confident? When you're confident, you have more energy, you're happier, and you're more comfortable with yourself, which means you can enjoy yourself more. If you're confident, you'll be more willing to give things a go, which means you might discover new things you really enjoy. So next time you're experiencing negative thoughts about yourself or hearing destructive criticism, let them pass like clouds in the sky. And remember the things you're good at and the wonderful characteristics that make you unique and irreplaceable.
Great video. Confidence is important. Ways to improve on confidence. How can you get better at confidence? Find your constants and nurture those relationships. Get outside. Step out of your comfort zone. Focus on being the best version of yourself. Check something off your to-do list. Trash the negative self-talk. And dress up a little bit.
Welcome to video 6, where you've almost graduated from Soft Skills Curriculum 101. Our final topic with soft skills is going to be decision making and ethics. And these go hand in hand because nearly every decision that we make will affect different people in one way or another. It's important to be aware of the influence decisions will have and understand what the human cost is. The decisions we make demonstrate our values. Let's watch this video on more.
Hi everyone, it's Yanis here. Decision making is an integral part of being a human. We're all learning this skill ever since we are little kids, deciding whether to choose chocolate or vegetables, play Xbox or study. As we grow older, the decisions that we make become more complicated, while the consequences become more serious. I don't have to tell you that the decisions you're making today will determine your future, and how you invest your time today will determine how quickly you will achieve your goals. But decision making is not an easy thing, because if it would be, then people wouldn't be making so many bad decisions. It's not that people want to make bad decisions, it just happens that there are all these emotional triggers and noise while we make decisions, so we end up making poor decisions. So before we dive into the concepts and strategies on how to improve your decision making skills, let's have a look at some of the main reasons why people are making poor decisions. Incomplete or false information. We now live in the internet age where information is available to almost everybody, and lots of it. The problem is that information, for the most part, is uncontrolled, meaning that anyone can post whatever they want. So when you do your research, you might come across information that is not true. This works hand to hand with confirmation bias. Confirmation bias refers to our tendency to search for and favor information that confirms our beliefs, while simultaneously ignoring or devaluing the information that contradicts our beliefs. Emotions. Humans are emotional creatures. I would say too emotional. And that's why marketers are using emotions to influence our buying decisions. And as you have probably noticed, it works. A lot of times we buy stuff that we don't really need. It is also common to get emotionally attached. Let's say I have a friend. We'll call him Pete. Pete is a good friend of mine and I really like and respect him. Pete doesn't know it, but he has a huge influence on me. One day Pete starts to smoke and he's telling me that it's cool to smoke and all the cool kids do that. Because I respect Pete, I believe that what is he telling is truth, and I'll probably start to smoke as well, even if I think that it's not healthy and good for me. Rush and hurry. Our lives are in a constant hurry. We have deadlines to meet and we're busy all the time. So it's no wonder that one of the biggest problems in decision making is rush decisions that we later have to regret. At first, it might seem like there is not much we can do with our deadlines, but usually people themselves create situations where they have to make rush decisions. If my boss asks me to prepare the presentation about market research, in most cases, he will give me some time to do that. It's unlikely that he will suddenly from thin air want a presentation in the next 3 hours. I might be given a week or at least a couple of days to do a proper research and come up with a good action plan. In our case, we'll use week as an example. So at the point of getting the task, it seems reasonable to prepare the presentation in 1 week. So if I think it will take me 10 hours to prepare everything, I can easily spend 2 hours each day, and by the end of the week, I'll have the job done. But this is not what the most people will do. Most people will procrastinate till the last day and then be like, oh my god, I have so little time left and my boss needs a presentation today. And when you're in a position like this, you'll probably make bad decisions. As you can see, we're surrounded by an environment that can have a huge influence on how we're making our decisions. And this environment in no way is helping us to make good decisions in our life. So we have to be smart about how we're going to tackle this so needed skill of decision making. Number 1, decisions must go in line with your goals. When you have to make a decision, you should think about how this decision will impact your goals. Making a decision that is not in line with your goals will turn out to be a disaster because it will contradict with your beliefs and restrict you from achieving your goals. If you want to play football and that is your goal, then picking up any other sports will contradict with your ultimate goal. You also need to think about your physical condition. So when you are making a decision about how to spend your spare time, you should think about how to include some physical activities in your plan. Going to the gym would be a better hobby than playing chess. Number 2, small decisions make a huge impact. From first, it might seem correct to think that all that matters are big, huge decisions that we make in our life, like what career path to choose or in which university to study. And while it's true that these decisions matter, we often forget about little daily decisions that add together and make a huge difference in our life. If you look around, you will notice that these little everyday decisions and actions lead to extraordinary results. If you write a blog, you'll not be successful with one viral post. Yes, you might gain a boost in traffic, but that will not guarantee you success. What will guarantee your success is the decision to write daily and post consistent content over extended periods of time. Deciding to eat at McDonald's will leave a bad impact on your goal if you're trying to lose some weight. And if you want to build some muscle, then skipping a gym session is not a good idea. These are tiny decisions that have tiny impact on the goal, but repeated over and over will result in you never achieving your goal. Number 3, take yourself out of the situation. As I mentioned above, one of the biggest challenges in making decisions is that people tend to make emotional decisions. And the decision that is made on an emotional wave is probably not a good decision. A great technique is to imagine that you're not in the situation by yourself, but you're giving advice to your best friend. This way, you have all the reasons to make the right decisions for your friend, and you will not be emotional because you're not in the scene. This is how it would look like. Let's say I've started a new business, and 6 months later I find myself struggling with everything. I have problems with my team, it's hard to manage, and they're not getting on very well. My product is having some issues, and I'm getting bad feedback from my customers, and sales are quite bad as well. So I start to think if I should keep going or just quit and do something else. If I want to make a decision while I'm in this situation, I'll be very emotional. I mean, who wouldn't be in this kind of a situation? But what I can do to make a better decision is to imagine that my best friend is in this situation and I give him advice about what to do. When I look at the situation without emotions, I'll be able to make a much better decision. Another great tip that I use myself quite often is making just good enough decisions. When you want to make a perfect decision, you will always overthink and overplan, and that will lead to procrastination. Remember that all the decisions that you make can be changed, as you grow your knowledge and experience, you will change your decisions to better ones. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now.
You may ask yourself, what are ethics? Ethics are manners, values, such as honesty, respect, loyalty, responsibility, and confidence. Let's watch this video on more.
Welcome to Ethics Training with Janelle Jokes at Goodwill Solak. Today we will be covering what are ethics, making ethical decisions, and workplace ethics. Let's just sit back and really think about what are ethics. Ethics is a discussion of right and wrong behavior, good and bad actions, and the justification of what makes them right or wrong. Ethical behaviors are practices and decisions that are guided by legal and moral principles to benefit the greater goods of others. You might be asking yourself, how do you make ethical decisions? Just simply ask yourself the following questions. Simply ask yourself, is the decision I'm making wrong or right? Ask yourself, what do you have to gain? What are the potential consequences? Ask yourself, is this action legal? Would my actions harm anyone? What if my actions made the front page? Ask yourself, what would my actions say about me? Who do I admire? What would this person do? What if everyone did this? Now let's look at 10 traits of great work ethics. Number 1, attendance. Be on time and be ready to work. Number 2, character. Always display honesty and responsibility. Number 3, teamwork. Results are more effective if you work as a team instead of trying to work alone. Number 4, appearance. Show good etiquette when arriving at work. Come clean, presentable, and ready to work. Number 5, attitude. Show a good attitude to everyone at the company, also internal or external. Number 6, productivity. Come to work, ready to work, to yield results so that we can accomplish our mission here at Goodwill. Number 7, organization. Making ethical decisions can affect an organization's image. One unethical decision can destroy a company. Number 8, change. Things are going to change from time to time. Be ready to adapt and ready to work. Number 8, communication. Make sure you're communicating any issues, concerns to the right staff. Number 9, cooperation. Make sure you're using your leadership skills to make sure that your staff is cooperating and effectively executing. Number 10, respect. We can make a better place to work if we are respecting everyone in the company. Remember, attitude changes everything.
Job skills are really important. So I know with 8th graders, they went through the 4-H reality store. So they focus on their careers. But did they really think about the skills they needed to get those jobs with that career? So important job skills for careers. Number 1, dress professionally. The school dress code actually prepares you for this because you're taught what you can wear and what you can't wear. Number 2, arriving on time. Always arrive 10 to 15 minutes before your shift starts, or school even. Number 3, being professional, especially toward customers. Number 4, working hard and doing a good job. And number 5, taking care of job responsibilities. Doing a resume or filling out an application can sometimes be daunting, but here's some things that you want to think about. Always think about some of the things that you've been doing in school, whether you're in sports or in beta. You want to write down those achievements or any awards that you might win. So always consider that. Also consider that if you know multiple foreign languages, you can put that on there. That could be important in a career. And then also any references that you can speak of, whether it's work or even in school or as one of your coaches, you always want to put your best foot forward so that you get that good reference from teachers, coaches, people you've worked with so far. So we're going to practice now filling out an application.
Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end. You may ask yourself, why did we go through all of this? Well, believe it or not, there's not a class that teaches you these soft skills, but they are so important for now to your future and your career. Thank you for following along and participating, and I hope that you take something away that will apply to your future. See ya!